Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we've got another install for you. We're going from halogen bulbs to LED bulb. These LED bulbs are from Lasfit. A little bit more on them here in just a second. But as you can tell behind me, we have an LED light here on my driver's side. I have to do some adjusting. That's kind of why I have this weird loop in it right now. You can see the white LED versus our halogen bulb over here. You can see kind of where that hole is. It's like an orange and more amber color. So what I'd like to cover in this video today is installing that other LED bulb on my passenger side and doing a little night test, right? Taking it out on some of these dirt roads that we've got going and just taking on some of these dirt roads out here, taking on a little bit of a run, maybe check out what adjustments we have to do and just kind of have that comparison from going from halogen bulb, your OEM stock normal bulb, to a new LED bulb. So let's go ahead, let's jump into the new install. And here we are, we're unplugging things, we're taking the headlight unit out. I find it a little easier, especially with things like the reservoir in the way. It's a couple of bulbs. If you guys actually check out the headlight video from forever ago, you could also see a step-by-step on how to take out headlights, how to change them out. But for the bulb specifically, all we really got to do is unplug our old harness and twist out the old halogen bulb, just like that. So aftermarket headlight units, this is pretty common, has the adapter, all the wires to make it work. And that's what's nice about the LED unit. Let's go ahead, set this to the side and go grab the new one. So here's the new ones, or at least the passenger side one. You can see right there's our new harness. They have, most LED lights have this little control unit, this little box right here. I'm not going to pretend I know exactly what that is, but then you've got your new bulb, and that is a monster of a bulb. This is where I'm going to add a warning right here, right now. Previously I had the Oxido LEDs and they didn't work out. They sent me the wrong ones. It actually wasn't their fault. They didn't have an LED that fit my aftermarket headlight unit. So do some very thorough research if you're going to be checking out some LED bulbs. Be very diligent on what bulbs the aftermarket units use, especially when it comes to the inside and their different interlocking mechanisms. Thankfully this is going to work out pretty great, but I thought I would add that warning right here, right now. That is just a common thing.
Lasfit actually makes it really simple and really easy to avoid any confusion by shopping vehicle specific, but still be super thorough about it. I'm just speaking from personal experience when it comes to having aftermarket headlights and switching over to different bulbs. Be sure to check out Lasfit using the link in the description, and if you want to snag something and save some money, use code OTACO20 at checkout, and that'll save you some money. Thanks, guys.
And one way you can check that is on the back of the halogen bulb, the back of the unit, there's a couple of numbers you can check out. So this is an H9 with the E1 in the square. I'll be sure to throw up a screenshot right here, just kind of what you need to look for when doing your research and switching over to LED bulb. So I hope that's a little bit helpful. And let's go ahead. This is all just super plug and play. With this little unit, I'm actually going to zip tie it onto a spot so it's not just rattling around and whatnot. That's a solution that's going to work for us. So enough talking. I need to get this plugged in and put into my headlight. All right, that definitely didn't take longer than it needed to. I've got everything buttoned up. The LEDs are plugged in. They're ready to go. Now the next step when installing new bulbs, new headlight units, is to always check where everything lines up and make your final adjustment. I'm probably 50 feet away from that brick wall, and the best way to make these minor adjustments, these final adjustments, is on a level surface. What I've done in the past is in the driveway, just on some flat concrete, pointing my headlights at the garage door. So that's the setup for it. Inside on your headlight unit, let's take a look here. You can see that metal piece right there. That is our right and left adjustment. And then on this side you have your up and down adjustment. It's way down in there. It's pretty hard to see, but for the most part we can undo this bolt right here and kind of finagle this reservoir out of the way if we need to reach down in there and go up and down at all. But I think we're going to be sticking to left and right for the most part. And on here you can see we twist it that way, it goes left. We twist it this way, it turns right. What I mean by that is the light is going to be shining and projecting more left or more right. I might even be able to capture that on video. We'll see. Let's go ahead and just get that knocked out of the park so we can go and test these things off-road. I'm pretty excited to be shining into the sagebrush out here and on the trails just to check it out. So let's grab a screwdriver, let's adjust. Taking a look, this is how our headlight spread is. First off, check out the comparison. I mean, I'll throw up a before and after, but dang, look at the difference going from a halogen to white LEDs. Very nice, super sick. I did move back a little bit from the initial video. That's why that hole looks a little further away. It looks like we're a little further away from the wall. It's because we are. Anyway, left and right. So left, that's spreading out pretty far to the left. I think we need to bring this light in a little bit more right. Over here, I think we're doing okay. I'm standing on the driver's side. So if we come over here and stand on the passenger side, I think we're doing okay. If you imagine you're driving on the highway, and if you stand right in the middle of your truck, just imagine you're driving down the road. You want to be able to see some far a ways off the left side and the right side of the road, as well as the middle. So that's really what you're checking for. You're also checking for your height. You don't want to be blinding anybody, right? You also don't want to be shooting up clear up into the sky. So another way to check for height, I will show you guys really quick. It's going to be so hard to see because mine are kind of scratched up, but right there, if I don't point my finger at it, there's a small dot. That is the center of your headlight. And what you want to do is measure from the very level surface that you're on up to that dot, take that measurement, and if you have a lift, subtract what your lift is. So for instance, let's say mine measured 30 inches off of the ground. I have a 2.5-inch lift. I would take that 30 inches, take it down to 27.5. That measurement is important for the wall that we have over there. So if this were totally level, I would measure from the ground 27.5 inches up, mark that, and that's where I would want the center of my light to be for the height adjustment. That's going to make it so it's perfectly level. There's also personal preference to this. So after you make your adjustments, just take a look at the wall, make your best judgment, and if you're happy with it, I say go with that and ride with it for a little while. If you have to adjust, you can adjust down the road. So just a couple of quick tips for you, some tips that I've learned having to adjust these things a few times and adjusting other headlights, other family members' headlights a couple of times. So I'm going to be applying those tips and get this finagled the way that I will like it, as well as what's going to work down the road on a flat surface as well as off-road. All right, so we've made a little bit of adjustments. I didn't have the right tool, so I did what I could. And honestly, it's pretty lined up. I'm pretty happy with where it's at right now. I think my driver's side could come right a little bit more, but I'm ready for the true test. We're gonna go up some roads, some dirt roads over here, off-road a little bit, and then hit pavement. And I know we're gonna throw up some of the old halogen bulb footage that I do have and overlay it with the new footage. Obviously, these white LEDs are gonna be so much better at seeing every little detail versus a halogen light. The LEDs have a more white light. They're more white on the spectrum, whereas the halogens are more orange and yellow, meaning they don't reach as far and they don't shine as bright to our eyes. That's just the best way I could put it in layman's terms, I guess. So we already know that and keeping that in mind, but I think it's time we go put these to the test. Here we go. I'm not sure what this little black dot is right here. It's not on the camera. I can't see that. So the camera is picking up a lot more than I am, but you can see as we're going down this trail, I have projector headlights, and that's why you can kind of see it tops out right here. There's a very definitive line right here, and that's just the type of headlight that I have. It focuses the light rather than shining it in all directions. So already I can tell a huge difference. This is crazy. Having white light versus the halogen yellow or orangish light. And switching over to here, this white LED, super bright. You can definitely see more detail. We're just gonna focus on low beam right now. I'm not too worried about using high beams, but going down this trail, you guys, this is crazy cool. The amount of detail that you can see in the sagebrush on the side of the roads, it's so bright. The important thing, especially where I live, is being able to see black Angus cows and deer on the side of the road, elk on the side of the road. And with the spread on the sides of the road, you can already tell we aren't gonna have a problem. This is gonna be so killer. Man, I'm so excited. So cool. And then why don't we play around with our yellow fog lights? Oh yeah, now you guys can see what I'm rocking with when I go off-road. I'm sure we'll definitely have more night adventures here in the future, but this was super fun to get these installed and get these out here. Let's go ahead. We've hit the top of the trail here. I don't want to go down the road this way. We're just going to turn around. And before we turn around, I don't want to forget showing you guys on pavement. Look how nice that looks. We can see plenty on the side of the roads without it going too far. And then we've got it right down the middle, right where we need it. So I think our adjustments are great, and I think the LED on these things are just gonna perform so well throughout the time that I have these. You can also see it's not shining clear up into the sky. We're pretty level with way out there on the road, so we're good to go, guys. Let's hop back off road. So this is the part of the video where I ask what you guys think. I think it was worth it switching over from halogen to LED. They last longer. I'm not going to have to worry about bulbs going out. I'm able to drive safer because I'm able to see more. And all in all, it was an easy switch around. Again, I want to reiterate the caution when doing this with aftermarket headlight units that use halogens. If you're going to be doing it, be sure to get the right bulb, the aftermarket LED bulb that will work inside your unit. I'm just speaking from past experience. This was a great switch around, no problems whatsoever. Thank you, Lasfit, for partnering up. If you guys want to check them out and save some money at checkout, use code OTACO20 at checkout. Save you guys some money. We'll be seeing more of Lasfit, but this was great. This is a fun little DIY install. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the next one.